think every one of us in the family knew something was terribly wrong one night. And I mean, I know I paced the floor for about 48 hours terribly wrong. And Zach said, as you're probably all tracking, my platoon is in a very active area of operations in southern Afghanistan. Our mission is to close with and destroy the enemy. There is no outside the wire here, because there is no wire. My boys are simply always on alert. We haven't had a shower since we've been in Afghanistan. We've run non-stop missions, and we've been successful at accomplishing the above mission statement without experiencing injury to one of our boys. I'm just trying to paint a picture of life here, not to make you feel sorry. Trust me, I belong here with these guys and we are a family. Rather, I want to paint a picture because I'd like to tell you about Travis Mills. I know you don't know him, but it would mean a lot to me to be able to spread his story. My platoon's string of missions without injury came to an abrupt and violent end last week when we hit a dismounted IED during combat operations. I had 3 paratroopers injured from the blast. One was minor, one was severe, and one was simply beyond words. The most severe injury was sustained by my weapons squad leader, Travis Big Mills. I'd like to take the opportunity to tell you about him. Even under the conditions that I described below, he is the best of us. He was the biggest guy in the platoon, and he had the biggest heart to go with it. He was eager to please and always cheered us up. He led from the front and was injured because of it. He preferred that he take any injury over his men in his squad. He was the most fearless person that I've ever seen in combat. He woke up every morning and sang to us, usually Keisha, Britney Spears, or some other girl. We had a ritual. Anytime we finished a patrol that we had a firefight, once we returned to the strong point, he would run to the front of the formation and sing a cappella style songs about the 82nd Airborne, impersonating a choir that we had back at Fort Bragg. He would do the dance gestures and all. He even did it for the brigade commander when he came to visit. It was a big hit. He laughed at how serious I am and how I don't like to be touched. So he made it his personal mission to make me laugh and touch me constantly. Usually this involved overly aggressive and a little too intimate of a man-style hug, followed by a middle school dance-style grinding on me. He kept me sane. I laughed at him constantly. During combat, there is no one that we would have rather had been with us. He risked his life to save others constantly, and I can recall 2 times specifically that he literally saved mine. Needless to say, I took his injury hard, including the personal guilt that a leader feels when he is responsible for his men. A couple of days ago, I got a phone call from his location of care. The nurse said that Travis had woken up and wanted to talk to me. Barely awake from his coma, without any limbs, and under extreme medication, I could hear the smile in his voice when he said, "Sir, I've got something for you." And he then went on to sing the 82nd Airborne song a cappella over the phone. Not missing a beat, nor hitting a wrong word. He then thanked me repeatedly for the assault air mission that we ran the next night. He was so thankful. He asked constantly that I take care of his squad and apologized that he couldn't be there to help out for the rest of his deployment. He then told me that we will all meet again at the Green Ramp, when he said he'll be there with his bionic arms and legs to dance with me and hug me. We all know that he was there. So he went on to finish with his letter, and he says, "So I wanted to tell you things so everybody knows how I'm doing. I'm hurting, but you know I'm going to be okay. But more importantly, Travis is going to be okay." Woo!